Hi friends, it's Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. How are you guys doing today? Whether you are joining me live or you're watching the replay, I hope you're having an amazing Sunday. So I'm trying something new this week. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm streaming through StreamYard today rather than directly through YouTube. So something a little bit different. I've been wanting to try it for a while because there's a lot of features that StreamYard offers that YouTube does not. For example, I can select your guys' comments and put them right up on the screen, I think. So it'll be a lot easier to interact with you guys. I don't have to read out every single comment like I have in the past. So that's really fun. And there's a few other things that I'm really excited to try out through StreamYard if it works out for me. So you guys will have to let me know what you think of it. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you like it. But we are streaming from my bedroom today. Got you guys all set up, and I thought we would just kind of chit-chat about how the week has gone. We're kind of midway through March, so I thought we could check in on some March goals, and I could just see how all of you are doing. So let me try out this feature with the comments. Yes, it works. Okay, so hi, how are you? On time for once. Yeah. Happy Sunday. I hope that you're doing well. So yeah, this works well. So now if you guys have any questions, I can just very easily put your question up on the screen and answer it. I think it's going to really be great. So how are you all doing? I always like to start out the video every week by asking you guys, how has your Sunday been? Have you had a productive morning or a lazy Sunday morning? Myself, I have had a pretty lazy Sunday. I got the live stream all kind of set up, and then other than that, I have done nothing productive. I've been watching YouTube videos all morning and just kind of relaxing. I have quite a hefty to-do list to get done today, but with daylight savings time, we lost an hour. I love this time of year, don't get me wrong. Having an extra hour of daylight is going to be so wonderful. But because of that, we did lose an hour. So it feels like the day is going by pretty darn quick. I don't know if that's the same for you. Yeah, isn't that the coolest thing? That is what initially led me to want to try out StreamYard. I've seen a lot of people that I watch here on YouTube use it. It's a free service, but obviously there are more benefits if you pay for the service. So I just thought I would try it out, see if we like it. And if we do, I'm considering paying the monthly fee to be able to use it. How are you, Krista? I hope you are doing well. Annette, hello. Hey, Bonnie, how are you doing? So, yeah, I just thought, it would be a good thing to try out. You're going on spring break. That is so exciting. I cannot wait for summertime when things are warmer and the days are longer and we can enjoy our camping. We're not doing any major vacations, but I'm excited for you to have a vacation. Where are you going, if you don't mind sharing that with us? That is a great way to spend your day, Nicole. I think that is definitely worthy of the unproductive time. Oh, Krista, you got the COVID shot. Congratulations. I hope you are feeling well and the side effects aren't too bad. I imagine between that and daylight savings time, things are a little off for you. Snow cat. I am so sorry. We have had like 50-degree days the last couple of days, and it's been wonderful. So wonderful. Been productive. That's good. Working on your kitchen table and chairs. Oh, I bet you that's going to be so beautiful. You rented a beach house in Key West. That sounds amazing, especially after that harsh winter. Congratulations. Have a great time. So if you guys are leaving comments and you don't want me to put them up on the screen for whatever reason, make sure you mention that in your chat. I don't see why anybody wouldn't want that, but just in case. So I had a really, really good week in terms of productivity, staying on top of things, checking things off my to-do list. It was awesome. It went by super fast, but I was super productive and it felt great. I felt so accomplished. I felt like I was on top of my game all this week up until Wednesday. So Monday was great. Tuesday was great. Wednesday, my son had it was supposed to be annual checkup, but he's quite late in getting it because of everything going on. We delayed it a lot. For those of you that aren't familiar, my son has something called Hirschsprung's disease, and it requires him to see a specialist every year. And he went, and it was fine. Actually, my husband took him. I didn't have to go with them. It was just the two of them. With COVID restrictions and things, they're not letting a bunch of people into appointments anyway. So just he and my husband went. He saw his specialist. Everything is going really well. And that was all fine and good. But the thing that sort of derailed me was we did some eating out on Wednesday. So you guys know that I've been trying really hard not to eat out. That was one of my March goals. It was one of my February goals as well. And in February, we did great. And that is kind of what motivated me to continue to try it in March. And we just failed. First, my husband took Austin through a drive-through after his appointment because they were starving. And then that night, I couldn't even bring myself to go into the kitchen. It was one of those days I was super productive, but I just did not care to cook. So we ended up eating out twice in one day, which totally blew our eating out budget for one, but also blew my goal of not eating out in March. And now I kind of want to just scrap that goal and say, forget it and go back to eating out every week because I've really missed it. So I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts. Like when you set up a goal and you just fail to meet that goal, do you kind of set it aside and just move on and continue to try, or do you just give up entirely? And if I decide to just give up entirely on that goal, how do I prevent myself from feeling guilty? Mostly I just feel guilty talking to you guys and having to say I failed because I have so many of you guys tell me all the time that I'm so motivating to you. And I'm human, obviously, but I don't want me kind of derailing my goals to then influence you guys negatively. So I don't know, maybe I'm giving myself too much credit, but let me know what you guys think. You made your meal plan and shopping list. That's great, Annette. Good job. Got your stimulus. That is wonderful. Congratulations. That's something else that I want to talk about on today's live a little bit later is stimulus money, whether you guys are expecting it, what your plan is. I'm so proud of you for putting it towards your car loan. Good job. Listening while you're doing Grubhub. Get that side hustle. That is awesome. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Thank you for this. And that is kind of what I was telling myself. Like, I've been doing so well with that. All of my eating out money for the last month and a half has gone straight to debt payments. And that is huge for us. So I know that I need to give myself a little bit of grace. I just don't know what I want to do moving forward. If I want to just scrap the idea of not eating out, and if I want to kind of change up our routine. I've been thinking a little bit about combining my food budget, my grocery budget with my eating out budget, because I was finding that I was going over in my grocery budget when we weren't eating out, because we had that other, day that typically we would use our eating out money that we had to obviously feed my family. So I feel like they kind of go hand in hand, right? If you're eating out, you're spending less on groceries and vice versa. So I'm thinking about the possibility of combining those two budgets, and I'm thinking about trying those things in cash. I haven't really done cash for my grocery budget in a really long time because I've been using the grocery pickup. But with the weather being so beautiful lately and case numbers going down, I'm thinking it might be really good for both my mental health and my physical health for me to get out more, get those steps in going through the grocery store. I know it's harder for me to stick to my grocery budget when I'm shopping in person, but I'm kind of thinking about ways I can combat that, like impulse shopping and overspending. So I'm contemplating that. Let me know what you guys think about that. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Oh, wow. You guys are chatting fast today. Yeah. That's definitely hard for me to kind of like swallow my pride and admit that I set a goal and I failed to meet it. I'm struggling with that. That is kind of what kept me from eating out sooner, I think, was knowing I was going to have to talk to you guys and confess, like, hey, I blew it. Not only did I blow it, but I blew it big. Like, I've still been setting aside that $25 a week for eating out, but we definitely spent more than that. So it's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow. Yeah, Kat, I do this too sometimes. And it's like, I don't know, on one hand, you're making progress towards your goals. Maybe you're not perfect, but you're making progress. On the other hand, it's frustrating when things are half done. Thank you for this. Keep up the goal of not eating out. Yeah, I think we can make it to the end of the month without eating out again for sure, but moving forward, I'm definitely not going to be setting that same goal for April. I'm going to go back to, eating out regularly if that's what we decide we want to do. Yes, Becky. So many people I saw in different Facebook groups that I'm a member of got their third stimulus like the day after the bill was signed. So Friday, a lot of people, like, especially if you have like certain banks that release the funds a couple of days early, lots of people. I know for myself, I checked. If you guys don't know, the IRS has opened up the page where you can check the status of your stimulus, so you can find out whether you are slated to get it by a certain date or what. They have opened that up. I did check that, and we are scheduled to receive our third stimulus check on the 17th of March. So I'm already kind of thinking about what we're going to do with that, kind of setting up a plan. I think I'm going to film a whole separate video talking about my stimulus budget, so you guys will have to let me know if that's something you're interested in. But I would like to hear, are you anticipating a third stimulus check? And if so, what are your plans for it? They don't have to be do or die. I like that. I like that way of thinking about it. You're right. Because a lot of times I will set a goal, and when I fail or I stumble, I just quit entirely. That's the reason why I've never really been successful long-term with weight loss, because I just say, oh, I messed up. Might as well eat my weight in chocolate chips or something, something like that. This is definitely good advice. Thank you, Annette. Hello from Norway. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you are well. Keep the goal, but make it more realistic. Maybe once a week instead of 2, for sure. We definitely, when we we're eating out regularly, we're doing it way, way, way too often. So I definitely think for sure just once a week, and maybe even less often than that. Maybe have a budget that's sort of rolling. Like if I were to combine my grocery budget with my eating out budget and I have money left over, rather than taking that money and putting it towards debt like I have been, because I've been making such strong progress on my debt, maybe I can relax that a little bit and roll that money over so that I have more money to eat out one week and do, something a little bit more special than driving through a McDonald's. Something for me to think about. Hi, Kathy. How are you? I hope you are well this Sunday. It's so beautiful here. I hope that you are all having beautiful weather where you are as well, except Kat, I know you have snow. I'm sorry. Maybe you love snow. Maybe you do. Maybe that's okay. Eating out twice a month, that's great. Definitely think that we could probably cut back even less often than every week, but more often than never, because obviously never isn't working for me. If you spend on groceries, then you eat out and vice versa. Yeah, absolutely. Are you guys like me where you will sit down and spend a whole bunch of time going through your pantry and your refrigerator and setting up a perfect meal plan and a grocery list and going and getting all the groceries, and then after you do all that, you are too exhausted to cook, so you just order pizza? I used to do that all the time. Yeah, meal planning and meal prepping for sure is a great way to lower your budget and keep things in check. Yeah, Kathy, I have a feeling that this is definitely not over yet. I think that for sure, as we open things up and things get more lax, cases are bound to go up. I definitely don't think it's over, but hopefully if we have a third wave, it's less severe and harsh than the second wave, because it's been terrible. Yeah, it's really, really nice. I'm in a unique position where we qualify for the stimulus check. We will get the stimulus check, but luckily my husband's income has remained steady throughout all of this. And so it's really just extra money, bonus money for us that we can put towards debt or towards something extra. And it's not, we haven't been sitting here suffering and really needing that money. So we are in a very lucky position. That is a great way to do it, for sure. I always have found that with eating out, it seems like without fail, it's always a Wednesday or a Thursday for me. Like I'm gung-ho, sticking to my meal plan on a Monday. Mondays are always my most productive day because it's the start of the week, Tuesday I'm good, and then Wednesday and Thursday I start to feel that sort of like fatigue, midweek fatigue, and that's always when I end up eating out. That's what you're doing with your stimulus. Yeah, I think a lot of people are in that position. They're paying bills, they're catching up. I know that this pandemic has really hit a lot of people hard. Hello, my friend. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Spend some and save some. That's a great philosophy. I think that is my plan as well. We're going to pay some debt. We're going to put some into savings. I'm really excited about it. Hi, Dawn. I apologize if you guys can hear my clicking of my mouse and it's annoying. I don't know if the microphone's picking that up. I imagine it is. I'm just way behind on comments here. Qualified for the third stimulus, there's no date. Okay, well, hopefully you receive it sooner rather than later, and you're not waiting too long. I highly recommend budgeting. Whether you are debt-free or not, everyone has financial goals, whether it's to pay down debt or to buy a new home or a new car or to put money into savings or college or whatever it is. Highly recommend budgeting. Oh no. Usually whatever weather parts of Illinois gets, Michigan gets it a couple of days later, so hopefully we don't have that. Keep it where you are, please. I'm begging you. I don't want it. Hi, Erin. Hi, how are you? It's so nice being able to chit chat with you guys one-on-one, and putting these comments up on the screen is perfection. Hi, Janice. I hope that you had a wonderful time at church. Yes, let's pray that this is true and that the third wave comes and goes quickly if we must have it. Hopefully it will be over with quick and we can start to see things start to recover. That sounds like a great plan. I think it's the most important thing, obviously, is that we have a plan for that money. In the past, whenever I have had any sort of situation where we had a large sum of money come in all at once, like a windfall, as Dave Ramsey would say, we have just spent it on stuff or on food. We'll go and eat out, or we would go and just blow it. And it is so nice to not be in that situation anymore. I cannot even tell you. It would have never occurred to Jesse 5 years ago to take, we're expecting over $5,000. It would never have occurred to me to put any of that into savings. Back then we didn't have debt, but we would have just blown it. We would have had nothing to show for it. I'm so glad that I am not in that situation anymore. That's a really good idea. I have definitely over the years learned with my meal planning and prepping that I need to have easy meals, things that I can whip up in 20 minutes or less on hand at all times, because I was always famous for getting to dinner time and I had just overscheduled myself and put too much on my plate, and the last thing I wanted to do was cook. And especially when I had young kids and I didn't have anyone to help me with that, my husband works full time, we would eat out all the time. And now it's not quite so bad because I do have older kids that can pick up the slack. My kids both love to cook. Austin is 13 and he's been cooking for 3 years now. Robbie's 18 and has been he's been cooking since he was 7 or 8, like simple things I started them out with. But now I have help. Now I have backup. Before, when that wasn't the case, we ate out a lot on shopping days. For sure. We are very blessed. My husband's income is not consistent income. He does get paid based on commissions, so he doesn't bring in the same amount every single month. I only recently started bringing in any sort of income at all. I've been a stay-at-home mom for 18 years. And only in the last year have I started making any sort of income through YouTube. So we definitely have had months where things are extremely tough. We still have those months. But I've just got a better handle on how to handle money now and how to budget. So it's a lot easier now than it ever has been before. But yeah, definitely variable income is tough to deal with. I like that. I like that you just kind of planned to eat out on shopping day. Failing at it lately, trust me, I get you. I know how that is. Is balance really a thing? I like that. Um, I am proud of you for eating healthy, though. That's amazing. I have struggled so much. I feel like I did so well on Weight Watchers at the start of the year that when I kind of fell off, I went in the opposite direction. I'm eating unhealthier now than I was before I started Weight Watchers. So I definitely need to get that under control. Hi, Crystal. So good to see you. Yeah, they definitely said that it was going to take a couple of weeks to roll out all of the payments for direct payments, like if you are getting a direct deposit. And obviously, if you're expecting a check, it'll be even longer. But I am so impressed with how quickly everything moved, especially considering we are in the middle of tax season. I know a lot of people are still waiting on their tax refunds, and I think that having the stimulus kind of get dropped right in the middle of all of that might push those things out even further. So that's tough. I know a lot of people are counting on that money, but hopefully everyone that's expecting money from the government will get it soon. That is an amazing use of it. There it is. Sorry, I double clicked. That's an amazing use. I'm proud of you for doing that. I hope it goes really, really well for him. Well, thank you for sharing that. I hope that it all works out the way that you hope that it will. Veronica, that weather sounds absolutely wonderful. Definitely my plan too. That's so awesome. Honestly, you guys, this is going to this stimulus, if we get as much as I'm expecting, because you never know, right? If we get as much as I'm expecting, we're going to knock out a big chunk of debt with it. We're going to cut our debt almost in half, our credit card debt. So that's exciting. I hope they come for you really, really quickly and you don't have to wait too long. Those are some amazing deals. I have always admired anyone who can do the couponing thing and find such amazing deals. I don't have the patience for it. That's a great use of those funds. Awesome, awesome. Hi, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you're having an awesome Sunday. This, 100% this, yes. Mental health is so important. Sometimes you just need to take a day off. And we as women, we as moms, often don't like to give ourselves time off. And for myself, like I said, I've been a stay-at-home mom for 18 years now. And when you're working at home, whether it's you're just keeping house or running a household, or if you actually physically work from home for a company, it's so hard to kind of cut off work because you're living at work. So definitely, take the night off, eat out, do what you have to do for your mental health. It's so important. This is a great idea. I love my crock pot, and I should definitely make use of it. Yes, we did. That was actually just a one-day project. My husband did an amazing job. I posted photos of it in my Facebook group. So if you guys have not yet joined the Jwhackers fans and friends Facebook group, I highly recommend it. We have such a good time in there. We're almost at 100 members of that group. We can chat in there. I do a lot of like real-time updates on things that are coming on my channel in there as well. I also have just a Facebook page for my YouTube channel. It's, I think, Jwhackers on YouTube or something. And then I have an Instagram as well, if you guys want to follow that. I think I'm just at Jwhackers over there. Those are kind of the best places to be if you want like real-time updates. But yeah, the little, I guess it's a table. It's just made out of butcher block, so that's why I was calling it an island, but it's really beautiful. He did a great job. I need to get it under control. I think a big part of why I've been kind of letting it go and being okay with it is because right now I'm not paying for Weight Watchers. I've had a couple of people click my link and sign up through my link. So when anyone does that, they get a free month of Weight Watchers and I get a free month of Weight Watchers. So these last 2 months, I haven't had to pay because people have used my link. And so I don't feel as much guilt if I'm not sticking to the plan because it didn't cost me anything. Isn't that terrible? That's an awful mindset. Yes, definitely. If you guys are streaming regularly on YouTube or on Facebook, definitely check out this StreamYard. It seems like it's working really well. Everything seems to be pretty seamless. I don't know on the back end of YouTube how things are looking for you guys, but for me, this is an awesome thing. I'm really, really liking it. I'm definitely going to have to check out that video. Excuse me. Yeah, that's where the majority of my stimulus is going. I think that if that arrives, and I never, ever, ever like to count my chickens before they hatch, right? But if that money arrives this week like it's expected to, I think we're definitely going to pay off that Amazon card, which is so exciting. So, so exciting. You guys just made me spoil the whole video. But yeah, I'm going to sit down and write out a whole budget for my stimulus, but that's where the bulk of it's going to go. Congratulations on your new car and your new job. That is so exciting. I am so, so, so happy for you, Erin. This whole time change thing is rough on us insomniacs. I struggle with that as well, with being able to sleep at night. And so when you lose an hour on top of it, it's like zombie mode. But I just keep telling myself it's going to be so worth it when we have more daylight. And of course, with summer days just being longer in general, we're moving out of winter, which is so nice. My seasonal depression has not been as bad this last year for whatever reason. Or maybe it just hasn't seemed quite as bad because we've been kind of stuck inside anyway, so there hasn't been like that sudden drop in being outside in the sun and, you know, longer days and that sort of thing. But I'm so looking forward to spring. I've got some clothing coming for spring. I have a Stitch Fix box coming next week. And I also tried out Amazon Prime Wardrobe. So I have a couple pieces coming from them that I'm excited about. So bring on spring. Yes, that's being at home and working at home is tough, tough, tough. It never ends. There's no clocking out. That's awesome that you were able to do that. Congratulations. Yeah, getting the food budget under control is tough. That is for sure our biggest kind of variable expense, and it can be hard. Kathy, I have the link to the Facebook group in the description box of this video. It should be there. Let me know if it's not. I put it in there. I don't know with the StreamYard if the description box is how it's supposed to be. Like I said, it's kind of new to me, but it should be there. Let me know if you need the link still and I can get it to you. "100% this. It is so important to plan to do nothing." That's awesome. Enjoy your day. Oh, I hope that your fridge hangs in there. We just had to replace our refrigerator, and there's nothing more frustrating than having to replace household appliances. It's just not any fun to have to buy something that you've already bought before. I mean, I guess you can upgrade, and that's kind of fun, but it's so frustrating. We have had to replace in the last 6 months our refrigerator and our washer and dryer, and it's just like feels like we're hemorrhaging money in that area. So hopefully everything goes well. Hi, how are you? Alaska is one of these places that I so want to visit someday. I hope you're having a great Sunday. I love doing chickens in my air fryer. It is easily my favorite way to prepare chickens when I have to do it myself. Now, if my husband is cooking, he'll put it out on my smoker, and that is awesome. But if I have to do the cooking, I love to use my air fryer. Hopefully it'll come really quick. They are just really, really flying with that benefits transfer. Thank you. I'm beyond thrilled that we are going to pay that off so quickly with the help of that stimulus money. We were already making pretty big strides towards paying that off. You guys know I have such a hard time with that darn Amazon card, but being able to kind of pay it all off in one fell swoop is going to feel so, so good. Yep, 2 o'clock in the morning. So whilst you were asleep, most likely, definitely spring forward time. So what time is it? It is 1:38 here in Eastern time, Eastern Daylight Time, I guess it is now. Yes, thank goodness for that. The only clocks that didn't automatically move forward for us are the clocks in our car, which I need to go out and figure out how to set. In previous years, I have just left it for the 6 months until we fall back again because it was too complicated, but hopefully I can figure that out. And then the clock on my stove and my microwave, which I've already changed, so we're good to go. He has hung half of what needs to be hung, so we're not quite done yet, but he did get the painting done, which is such a relief. You guys, I looked at a half-painted wall for over a year. And when I say half-painted, I mean there was a literal, like, stripe where the transition was. Because our mobile home is like an open concept type situation, when he painted the kitchen up to the point where the living room starts, but there's no separation there. So it was literally just gray and then flat white that we've had since we moved in here. So it's so nice to have that wall painted. We still have a ton of other painting to do. Our laundry room needs to be painted. Our hallway needs to be painted. He still has trim to hang, and now we have flooring that we need to put in that we purchased. So he's got lots more projects to do, my handy hubby, but just having that wall painted and the window kind of painted, it was this really ugly, like mobile home brown, and he painted that white, and it's so fresh and beautiful looking. So yeah, we have a ton of projects still to do, but he is making progress. I am terrible at painting. I always make a huge mess, and it's more trouble than it's worth for me to do it. So he insists that he's going to do it. He'll get to it, but with as many hours as he works, it's tough. So I just try to be patient, and I know it'll get done eventually. Gigantic mosquitoes. Oh boy. I hate mosquitoes. One of the main reasons why we bought our camper was because of mosquitoes. My family loves to camp, and we used to tent camp, and it was a special form of torture for me between sleeping on the ground and the mosquitoes. No, thank you. So when we finally had the means to be able to buy our camper, it was the greatest thing. My family, all of my guys will sit around the campfire at night and roast marshmallows and do their thing. But for me, once the mosquitoes come out, it's over. I'm inside. I cannot handle mosquitoes. Thank you for that reminder. So I am not going to cancel my Amazon card. I got a lot of advice on that, and a lot of people told me with my emotional attachment to Amazon, I need to just cancel that card. But the thing of it is if I don't have an Amazon card and I want something from Amazon, I would just put it on another card. So canceling a credit card is not going to solve my problems. What is going to solve my problems is me being a grown-up and not buying things unless I have the money for them. That's a lesson I 100% have learned over the course of this debt-free journey. I don't think that it'll be a problem, the Amazon shopping. And even if I do want to shop on Amazon, the 5% cash back on that Amazon card is great if I can use the card responsibly. So I'm not going to cancel it. I'm going to keep it, and I'm just going to, be a grown-up and not spend the money. And if we ever kind of fall into a relapse situation, at that point, then I will cancel it, but I don't anticipate it being a problem. Yes. It has been our goal to get rid of this credit card debt by the end of the year, and this stimulus definitely is going to make it so that that's possible. I don't see any reason at all why we won't be able to reach that goal now. It was going to be tight before without the stimulus, but with the stimulus, it should be smooth sailing, easy peasy, and I'm so happy. The kitchen actually was the first step in the process. We did a ton of updates to our kitchen. We tore out all of the old cabinets and put up new cabinets. We had torn up the floor and put in a new floor. Unfortunately, the new floor that we put in the kitchen is the flooring that has just not held up at all. So we're having to replace that again, which is unfortunate because it was a pretty good chunk of money that we put into that flooring, but you live and learn. You get what you pay for. So we're now putting in the same flooring that we have in our living room throughout our kitchen as well. That flooring is held up absolutely beautiful. We put that flooring down at the same time as we did the flooring in the kitchen, and the kitchen floor is already trashed. The high traffic areas, it's just bad. So, like I said, we live and we learn. We're going to pull that flooring up, put the new flooring in, and then the kitchen will be done as well. And that'll essentially be like the main areas of my house all updated. And then at some point, maybe we'll move on to the bedrooms. It's not anywhere near on the priority list. And I don't know if we're going to end up staying in this home or if we're going to buy a new home. We got a lot of different options. So once we get the rest of the painting and the trim done and we put the new flooring in, we're going to probably be done with home projects for a while. I did not realize that you don't change your clocks at the same time. In fact, I didn't even know that other countries did daylight savings time. Maybe that's ignorance on my part, but that's interesting. All right, I am all caught up on comments, which feels really good. So, yeah, let me know. What do you guys think? Do you like the StreamYard? Should I continue to stream this way from now on so that I can bring your comments up on the screen? There's a lot of other really neat features. I can privately chat with you guys one-on-one through StreamYard. If I were wanting to do that, you can add different banners and videos. You can do screen sharing with StreamYard. So it seems like a really cool service. And like I said, there's even more benefits if you were to pay for the service. I think it's $20 a month. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or if I'm just going to continue to use the free service. But definitely it seems like it's super, super easy to use. Yeah, I think it'll be great for the replay as well. And much easier than me sitting here trying to read out each individual comment, which is what I was doing before. So I think that definitely it's going to be a good tool for me to use. It also made it super, super easy to schedule the live streams. So I was able to get it scheduled first thing this morning without any issues. In the past, when I've tried to do that through YouTube, I've had a lot of problems with it. So definitely, I think I'm going to continue with it. I'll just have to decide if it's something that I want to pay for. I've been recently thinking a lot about how much money to invest in my channel. There's definitely a lot of ways that I could kind of up the ante in terms of my videos, things like, music that I could add or different editing software and things. And so it's something I need to kind of sit down and figure out in terms of like my YouTube budget or my business budget. Not that it's really a business, but you guys know what I mean. So it's definitely something I'm thinking about. Yeah, definitely. I'm so excited that I decided to try it. I don't know that it's necessarily a new thing, but I think I've seen it used quite a bit just like in the last year. So I think it's really kind of gaining popularity, and it's great. Definitely wish that I had tried it sooner. Hi. Hope you're well, Christy. Gas Buddy. I do use Gas Buddy. Anytime that I need to get gas, though, it seems like Gas Buddy tells me that the cheapest option is Walmart, where we always fill up. So I haven't used it in a while, but I'll definitely have to look into that. I did not know that it gave you 5 cents off if you used the card. And it's linked to your debit card, not a credit card. So that's definitely something for me to look into. Thank you for that. Yes, that you can do through StreamYard as well. I can invite people to join my stream. There's so many different features here. I'm not going to start clicking buttons because I'll mess it up, but it's definitely, there's all kinds of really cool features that I can look into. Yeah, a lot of content creators. Yeah, I've seen a lot of like media YouTubers use it, like when there's a lot of videos out there that will actually teach you about how to use YouTube and teach you how to like grow your channel, that sort of thing. I do all the wrong things. I don't do any of the things that those people tell me I should do. Like you should stick with just one topic on your channel. You shouldn't talk about a lot of different things. I talk about a lot of different things on my channel. You shouldn't post every single day. You should only, you should have a schedule and only post a couple times a week. I don't do that. So I do all the wrong things, but I do like watching that kind of content. Yeah, I need to do this for sure. It's something that I have always kind of struggled with is having a good balance, like being able to do really well in multiple aspects of life. I always can kind of really nail it in one or two areas, and then another area kind of falls by the wayside. So right now I'm killing it with the budgeting and kind of dropping the ball with the health. I need to kind of do better. You want to see my rings? Sure. I actually have 2 engagement rings. I don't have a wedding band, which is why it looks like that. I know it's a little weird. My husband, when he proposed to me, if you guys don't know the story of me and my husband, I met and fell in love with my husband when I was 17 years old. I had just turned 17 when we started dating. He was 20 at the time, and we fell in love really, really quick. Like, he asked me, we got together in November. It was just after my birthday, my 17th birthday. We told each other we loved one another before Thanksgiving, and he proposed to me on New Year's Eve that same year. So it was just a couple of months. Obviously, we did not have a whole lot of money, and we were young, and so he got me this absolutely beautiful ring. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. Let me show you guys. There it is. Just a little teeny tiny diamond chip in there. And he paid like $100 for it. And he proposed to me with that. He dropped it in a glass of wine that we used to toast the new year when I drank to the bottom of the glass. He said he wanted to spend the rest of his life with me. And we had a lot of people tell us that we were stupid and that we were crazy and that there's no way it was going to last because we'd only been dating a short time and we were just kids. But we have made it work all these years, and we were engaged for quite a while. We didn't get married right away. We were engaged for like 4 years, but a couple of years into our engagement, he gave me kind of an upgrade, and he said, replace that little tiny ring because you deserve so much better. And I told him that he was crazy and there was no way I was going to replace that ring because I love it. So I just wear them both. Yes, 15 years we've been married. We've been together for 19 years or 20 years, something like that. We were engaged for 4 years. We started dating in 2001 and we got married in 2005 or 6. I don't know, you guys. All the years run together. We've been together a long time, half my life. So it's pretty incredible. Thank you. Yeah, he is a true romantic at heart, and he is the sweetest guy And I'm so, so lucky to have him in my life. I don't know what I ever did to deserve the love that I was able to find at such a young age. And I'm so, so, so grateful for it. We've been through a lot together, and we still got, a lifetime to go. So that's exciting. But yeah, I think we're celebrating 15 years of marriage this year, if I'm not mistaken. I can always remember the day that we got married. The date is a little bit tougher. I think we got married in 2006. Anyway, March 31st is the day that we got married. And we started dating November 11th of 2001. So just after I turned 17. And I'm 36 now. So there you go. You can do the math. You are... Thank you. I appreciate that. That's so thoughtful of you. All right, friends. So we have been chit-chatting for almost an hour now. So if you guys have any last-minute comments, questions, video suggestions, anything, I'd love to hear it. Go ahead and get it out now. So we're going to be wrapping this up. I have a huge to-do list. Like I said, I have a ton of cleaning and laundry to do. And I have some errands I have to run. So I would love to sit and chat with you guys for another 3 hours because it's so much fun. I look forward to this every single week. And I do try to get on here every Sunday. 1 p.m. seems to be working really well. So I'm going to be sticking with that. And I think we're going to be sticking with StreamYard. So yeah, I hope that you guys all have a really amazing week. Lots and lots of fun videos to look forward to this week, including my stimulus budget, provided that comes in, so be on the lookout for that. If you guys ever have any kind of video requests or suggestions, leave them for me. I always love to hear what you guys want to see. Yeah, I hope you guys have a really great week, and I will see you next time. Bye, friends. Oh, wait, am I going live on Tuesday? I don't think so. I did this past week, but I don't think this week I will be going live on Tuesday. If I decide to, the Facebook group is where you will see that first, and I'll also post a community tab post. You have a lot to do on your to-do list as well. Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a busy Sunday, so I hope you all make the most of it. And like I said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.